Hi, this is Becky Shulo, and welcome to my channel where I share videos on how to market your art with a focus on marketing your art to a niche audience. We are back with step 3, working through my free PDF guide that you can get in the notes below. And we're still focusing on shoring up our web presence before we dive into proactive marketing activities. So today I'm going to talk about setting yourself up so you can collect emails from interested fans and followers. Even if you're not ready to send emails just yet, setting up your system and setting it up early allows you to collect emails from people who are interested in you and your work. And trust me, your future self is going to thank you for it. Your email list gives you really a direct line to people who want to hear from you. So that could be collectors, fans, potential buyers, maybe students if you teach some type of art workshop or class. And we want to give people an opportunity to say, yes, please let me know what you're up to. So think about this. Your social media platforms change all the time. You know, the algorithms are shifting. Sometimes accounts get hacked and shut down. Many times the posts that we put on social media don't reach all of our followers, but your email list is something that you own. So in this step, I want you to get yourself set up to collect these emails. Now, we're not worrying about sending actual newsletters or emails yet. We're not worrying about the content that we're going to send. We are simply establishing a place where people can join your list. So step 1, just open that email marketing account. So you're going to want to find a platform, and there are plenty of easy to use platforms out there. Some of the names that you may have heard of would be like MailChimp, Constant Contact, Aweber, MailerLite. Some art marketing specific platforms have their own systems that you can use. I have a couple that I prefer over the others, but really it's what's going to work for you. Many of them offer free plans to get started, so there's really no reason not to get set up with one. And again, even if you don't plan on sending emails right away, just having that account and then setting yourself up so that people can give you their email means that you're not going to miss out on collecting those emails as people are finding you online. So once you go and you choose that service, I use MailerLite, so I'll use that as an example. You're going to actually want to set up a place or multiple places where you're going to collect the emails. So you see this subscribe here on the phone. I think you probably have seen these before where it's just an easy place for you to give that company or artist or whoever it is that you're following your email so that you get all of the news and contact from them. So on your website, it's going to be adding a sign up form maybe to your homepage, your contact page. You can put it in multiple places. You can add it as a pop-up. I don't want to get too complicated here. I simply want you to start. So I would say, let's start with the homepage and maybe your contact page. And then on social media, you want to have links as well in your bio or profiles so that people can also subscribe there if they find you. And then, of course, if you're doing some type of event or you have a show up somewhere, you can always use QR codes. I'll talk about those a little bit later as we get into all this in a future video, but you can use a QR code in that situation. Put that out there. Then even if you're not there and someone's looking at your art, they can figure out a way to subscribe. So we want to, the bottom line is really make it very easy for people to add themselves to your mailing list wherever it is that they interact with your art. And again, we're doing this sooner rather than later. Now, most of these platforms I mentioned earlier are going to have instructions in what we sometimes see called knowledge bases or maybe a help section. There might be a tutorial that can walk you through the process of actually adding that subscribe box to your website. Sometimes your website provider or platform will also give you instructions. And in other cases, you can actually set up landing pages with like a MailerLite or a MailChimp or Constant Contact. Set up a landing page and use that simply by providing a link to that landing page. So the bottom line is there's a few ways to do it. I would say do it the best way that you can do it for where you are with your technology level. And if this part seems a little complicated to you, I'm going to say just hang on till the end, because I'm going to tell you about a free live session I'm holding in a couple weeks that could also give you more help in this area. But again, just to reiterate, we're going to get that account set up, and then we're going to figure out a way to have an opt-in. Now, you could stop here and just put those there, maybe a link saying join my email list here, and just start collecting those emails passively until you're ready to begin sending out email newsletters. Most email platforms will allow you to set up a simple welcome email that you could send when someone does give you their email address. And again, it doesn't have to be complicated, just a short, friendly message like, hey there, thanks for joining my email list. I'm excited to share my work. You can always tweak it later. But again, if you want to do this simple welcome email, use your knowledge base or come to the Art Marketing Brief. I'm going to tell you about at the end, and I'm going to walk through this in more detail with you there. So the bottom line is we just want to get away that when people come to our site or they find us on social media, we can make it easy for them to give us their information if they find themselves really interested in what we're doing. Now, if the thought of actually sending the emails and the contact and all that content of the emails feels overwhelming, I don't want you to worry about that. I don't want you to stress about that. We are just setting up really the system for you to move forward with, okay? We're doing that proactively here so that when you do start sending these messages and you are ready to really send that message out, you're already going to have an audience that's ready to hear from you. So just to recap, we're going to open that email marketing account. It should take you like 10, 15 minutes at the most. If you are so inclined, add that opt-in form to your website and social media or an opt-in link. And then number 3, if you really want to go a little further, set up that simple welcome email. And really that's it. And you are laying the foundation that we're going to use in the long run to really grow our audience. Now, your homework today is to go and sign up for an email account. At the bare minimum, go and pick that provider, do a little bit of research, ask maybe another artist that you are friendly with that's doing this already, maybe who they like, whatever it takes, go sign up for that account. And then if you want to start creating your opt-in box or your landing page, do that next. And if you do that, send them to me and just show me what you've done. I'd love to see that. And then the other bit of homework is I want you to sign up for my free art marketing brief that I'm going to tell you about in the next slide. But before we do that, if you can share in the comments, if you already have an email list and you're really looking to you're watching this video to make sure you're doing things right and revamping everything, or is this your first time setting one up? I'd love to hear about your experience. And then, of course, if you're finding these videos helpful, please subscribe and share with any other artists that you think might find them helpful as well. Now, on to the art marketing brief. The art marketing brief, I'm actually going to be doing a series on email marketing. So if you've attended any of these free talks I've done in the past, I've tended to approach them like with a broad brush and just done one topic, and we cover a lot of things around one topic. I'm doing this a little differently, where these are going to be weekly, shorter sessions where we really dive into smaller parts of the process. So for email marketing, we're going to kick it off by what you need to get started with email marketing. So we're going to talk about in more detail some of the things I went over today, along with some other tools and recommendations I have for getting your email marketing and newsletter mailing list and that whole system set up for your art or creative business. So that's it for this week, and I will see you next time.